let's talk about trigger shots. So what are trigger shots and why are they important? So trigger shots are the shots that we take 35 to 36 hours before we do an egg retrieval after we've done the stimulation phase. They can be HCG, they can be Lupron, they can be dual triggers. It depends on your protocol from your doctor. Now, what actually happens when we take these trigger shots? So within those 36 hours, what happens is our eggs before that, they were not fully mature. Once we go through the trigger shots, this actually helps the eggs get to the fully mature level where they need to be to fertilize with the sperm. Now, what also happens is they shed from 46 chromosomes down to 23 chromosomes, so ideally, so that they can then fertilize with the sperm and have healthy chromosomally normal embryos and babies. That's the idea. Sometimes the shedding goes off, which is where we get chromosomally abnormal embryos. What else happens here is that the eggs actually release from the follicle wall, so that when the doctors go in there to get your eggs out during the retrieval, the eggs have been released from the follicle wall and it's easier for them to get them out. What else happens here? The trigger actually mimics an LH surge, so it's not your actual natural surge, but it mimics your LH surge to tell your body to get ready to ovulate. Your progesterone rises, so your hormones level are changing, and the timing is really important here. So the timing is important because if you do your trigger shots at the wrong time, or if you go in and do your egg retrieval before the 36 hours, then you will go in there and you can get eggs, but they won't be mature, okay? And so if you go in after, then it will be like you already ovulated, the eggs will have been released into the pelvic cavity, and the doctors would have a hard time getting the eggs out. So the timing is really, really, really important here. So for us, so I triggered last night at 10:30, took 2 shots this morning at 10:30, another shot, and tomorrow morning will be our retrieval. So right now we're in that 36-hour time, and it's a very, just very important time, especially for me, for us, because this is where the chromosomal abnormalities kind of can come about, right? And so it's like, obviously there's nothing we can do to control it, but we can send some good energy trying to say, okay, little eggs, get the right chromosomes, get to 23, get to 23, get to 23, so that we can hopefully have chromosomally normal embryos and then be able to have a healthy baby. So that has been our biggest issue. We will not, since we're not testing this round, we won't know that this has worked until actually after we do a transfer in the next few months. So, but please send any good chromosomally normal embryo vibes this way, 23 chromosome vibes this way, and please reach out with any questions. Okay, talk to you soon. Thanks.